The other day, I was sitting with a couple friend of mine, and it was very interesting. They were together and they had had a really horrible morning. And then these mutual friends came to the sitting where we were, and I just realized how they turned, and changed, to put up this mask and this face. And they greeted these guys like nothing was going wrong. Yet here we had been solving some hard-hitting issues in marriage. And I was just like, man, that was so interesting to watch them as they related with these other people who came into this to sit with us. And that brought me to what today's characteristic is. Today we're going to be talking about love is all about good impressions, fast good impressions. This is what love is all about. Now, when I listened to that, when I watched that setting, it reminded me like of when I first met my wife. Let me tell you guys that story because I don't think I've shared it on this platform yet. It was in the winter of 2000. And a couple of friends of mine had decided that we were traveling up to to New York, to watch the ball drop and spend time with this a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours who we grew up with, back in Kenya, or here in Kenya. So we had gone to visit him for New Year's. We're going to have a bash, just have fun, just it's the whole millennium thing. So anyway, we go into this place, and 12 midnight strikes, and everybody's, hey, happy birthday, happy New Year, happy New Year, happy New Year, and we're all excited and stuff. So now all the calls start streaming in. So he receives this one call, and he talks for a minute, and then he says, oh, in fact, so-and-so is here. Let's, talk to him. So he never told me who it was, but based on the position and the way he was talking on the phone, I knew it was definitely a chick, You know how men are when they're talking to women. Yeah. They change their posture, even their conversation and everything. I mean, it's like the girl can see him over the phone. But anyway, that's what he did. So anyway, he walks over to give me the phone, to hand me the phone. And I'm just like, I don't know who this is, but let me put on my best, as I talk to her. So I grab the phone, I clear my throat, and then I just put my best Barry White impression. And I go like, hello. Yo, guys, that was crazy. Let me tell you, there was like 6 seconds of silence on the other side. And let me tell you, the sexy hello that came back, I was like, she had me at hello, guys. That's our story. That's how we met. It was over the phone. She's all the way, 600 miles away from me. And right then and there, we were just like, oh man, I can't get enough of this guy. I can't get enough of this girl. And the story, the rest is history. Now, that reminded me that whenever you meet somebody that you really value, somebody that you care about, we tend to put our best foot forward. In this case, I desired this woman so much. Well, I didn't desire her, but I wanted to give her a fast, good impression. And let me tell you, that set the stage for everything else that happened. So if you're out there and you're single, this is something very good to note, the fast impression. But also if you're married, I want you to remember this, that it's constantly important to have a good impression on a daily basis. Meaning when I wake up, what kind of attitude or what kind of mood am I setting for the rest of the day? Am I going to be grumpy? And and when I'm grumpy, it tends to go downhill after that. So what kind of setting am I setting for the day? When I see her after the end of the day, whether I'm tired, whether I'm feeling what, how am I going to respond to her? I've realized over the years of being married that the moment when I receive her with joy, it doesn't matter what kind of day that she had, whether it was a crappy day or it was just a marginal day or a stressful day, it tends to change the mood. And it has worked so much for our relationship. So That's today's dare. That's what I want to challenge us to do. In fact, in 1 Peter 5:14, the writer says, greet one another with a kiss of love. Basically, when Peter says that, and Paul in his writings, and even Christ, in every letter that he wrote, the greeting, the opening greeting was so amazing. It was just captured everybody. It said how I'm thinking of you, how you're constantly in my prayers. And I don't know about you, if I received a letter like that, automatically there's just something it does for me. It makes me feel warm and happy. And basically this is what this writer is saying, this kiss one another with a kiss of love, meaning that this is passionate, that you're receiving somebody warmly and you're receiving somebody passionately. So today's dare is, I know you're out there. I know you see this person. For those of you who are married, you see this person constantly on a daily basis. Every morning, every evening, sometimes at lunchtime. Some of you even work with your person. And, sometimes it can get old seeing this person. Sometimes you want to let down your guard. But I want to challenge us this week to try and change that and be a little bit excited, a little bit happy when we meet our person. And make this a force of habit, like every single day, whenever you see them, muster some energy and just greet them with a passionate kiss of love. For those of you who are out there and you're single, you can actually practice with your friends. I'll tell you what, it is in practicing these things prior to meeting your person that makes it easier in marriage. So what we call it in psychology, they call it having social skills. How do you greet people? How do you approach people? How do you engage people? You teach yourself right now before you get into marriage, so that when you're in marriage, it comes to you as second nature. You're not being all grumpy, setting a bad mood. And, they always say, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. But yeah, so hey guys, that's the dare for this week. It's my hope that you guys have been taking on the challenge and doing all these things, being patient with each other, being kind with each other, being thoughtful with each other, and all the other challenges that that we have been doing. And it is my hope that it is transforming you and transforming your relationships that are around you. My name is Emmanuel G. This is the iVow channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next time.